my facts video. Today I will be reading 100 random facts. 100 fascinating facts you'll want to share with everyone you know. An article from bestlifeonline.com. The first fact. Charles Darwin's personal pet tortoise didn't die until recently. Apparently, Charles Darwin had a pet tortoise. I didn't know that, but I guess that's quite interesting. The average person will spend 6 months of their life waiting for red lights to turn green. Okay, 6 months, that's insane. It's like, what, 160th of a life? A bolt of lightning contains enough energy to toast 100,000 slices of bread. Alright. President Lyndon B. Johnson owned a water surfing car. Yeah. I don't even know who President Lyndon B. Johnson is, but fair enough. Herophobia is the word for the irrational fear of being happy. That has to be awful. Being afraid to be happy. You can hear a blue whale's heartbeat from 2 miles away. Damn. I wonder if you can still hear it like above water, or if it's just for people who are already inside of the water. Nearly 30,000 rubber ducks were lost at sea in 1992, and they are still being discovered today. That must be quite strange, just swimming in the sea and suddenly finding a random rubber ducky. There's a Manhattan-specific ant on Broadway medians between 63rd and 76th Streets. Biologists discovered a new species of ant, and they named it the Manhattan. Of course. The inventor of the frisbee was turned into a frisbee after he died. Okay, I'm starting to think these are not as true as they should be, but maybe they are. I don't know. I'm still gonna go on though. There's a bridge exclusively for squirrels. I wonder who decided that was a good idea. Subway footlongs aren't always a foot long. I already knew this one. It's quite logical as well if you think about it. Marie Curie's notebooks are still radioactive. Alright. That's a bit creepy if you ask me. 1 in 3 divorce filings include the word Facebook. Well, I guess Mark Zuckerberg's invention wasn't all that great after all. Blood banks in Sweden notify donors when blood is used. I would love that, so you can know if it was helpful or not. Instead of saying cheese before taking a picture, Victorians say prunes. Roosters have built-in earplugs. Considering a rooster's call can reach 140 decibels or louder, it might leave one to wonder how the rooster itself keeps from going deaf when that noise is coming right out of its beak. It turns out the farm fowl have built-in Science is so safe, it imports criminals to fill jails. One journal published a fake paper about Star Trek. The world's largest pyramid isn't in Egypt, it's in Mexico. Coke saved one town from the Depression. It's possible that we have already had alien contact. In 1977, a volunteer for the search for extraterrestrial intelligence received a 72-second-long signal from a distant star system, 120 light-years from Earth. It was loud and sent from a place that had yet to be visited by mankind. So the guy who received it wrote, "Wow," next to the original printout of the signal. It continues to be known as the WOW signal. Researchers have since suggested that the noise was picked up from a passing comet, and for some more unsolvable riddles from the endless night. Yes, you can smell rain. London cabbies have to memorize literally everything. What? If you take a taxi cab in London, you can expect the driver to know exactly where they are going, since they are required to take a series of tests known as the knowledge. These require them to study 320 roads and 25 streets, not to mention 20,000 landmarks and places of public interest, estimated to take as long as 4 years to fully complete. Okay, that sounds quite insane, but it's also a bit logical if you think about it, as it's probably like many people want to drive a cab in the UK, so they want to make it harder for people to actually be able to do it, so not everyone is just driving cabs. There was a secret baseball Hall of Fame inductee. In 1988, a bar owner visiting the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York, made a surreptitious addition to the honorees, slipping a photo of his dad wearing a baseball uniform into one of the glass cases. It remained there for 6 years before anyone detected that it did not belong there. What a legend. Dolphins have actual names. Superman helped take down the KKK. A bit more explanation. In the 1940s, the Popular Adventures of Superman radio program ran a 16-episode series incorporating the findings of activist Stetson Kennedy, who had infiltrated the Ku Klux Klan but couldn't get local authorities to use the information to crack down on them. The creators of the Superman show used Kennedy's spy secrets to help tell the story of the Clan of the Fiery Cross, exposing the organization to the public and earning it widespread mockery and condemnation. A wild dog is the most successful predator. Medicine bottle foil seals exist because of poison. That's a bit creepy as well. Tons of countries celebrate their independence from the UK. Alright, I know this is because they had like a lot of colonies, but it just sounds like nobody wants to have anything to do with the United Kingdom. Sears used to sell houses. Yeah, Sears is an American thing. I don't know what it is exactly, but apparently they did used to sell houses. There's an encrypted monument outside of the CIA. tap water isn't kosher. Tiny crustaceans have been detected in the tap water of New York City, and while these creatures pose no health threat, they technically disqualify the water from being considered kosher. And then the last one for this video, Timothy Leary busted out of prison. It's maybe a dramatic way of putting it. In fact, the psychedelics advocate serving a sentence for marijuana possession simply walked away from the minimum security prison in which he'd been placed in September 1970 by changing out of his prison uniform at a nearby gas station. Well,